Welcome back to Sunless Sea. This time, we have enough money to go to the salt lions, so I'm thinking of a slightly different approach, where maybe I loop through the canal, Gator's Morn, up to salt lions, see what state we're in. Do we want to continue the loop or cut back if we're low on fuel? So away we go. Do I have any secrets to spend, actually? That's a good question. In which case, Veils. I have one secret to spend on Veils. Very good. I believe there is a crab or something here. Which sucks because my hotbar is going to prevent me from getting the jump. Maybe if I go like this. Kind of a serpentine. Or was it a jellyfish? Well, it didn't happen, so I don't care. So let's get our port report. Oh, buy fuel, buy supplies. Midnight ceremony. Hilltop of town. 100% chance of success. A wretched Mog for 3 supplies. I might just grab that. Is this my port report? I think chat to the fisherman for an echo. Pirates plying the waves. Smugglers, same as always. Got our port report. We might as well pick up the Mog. Meow meow, yellow-eyed, mangy, piebald thing winds around your ankles like a manacle chain. You've never seen a cat's mouth open that wide. Presumably it's hungry. Alright, 3 supplies. You can take it. It jumps down from your arms and disappears into the darkness of the ship. An hour later, 5 brutally executed rats are found on the foredeck. Appoint your new mascot by yeah. So we'll see if his stats are any good. Two iron, 3 mirrors and pages. Doesn't compare, but we do, in theory, have access if they have... Oh, I can speak to this one. You can play with the ferret if I have something awaits me. So I can potentially have storyline stuff related to the Mog. So might as well have them on retainer. Shall we visit the hilltop with our 100% chance? There's not much wind on the Undersea, but Mudden Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from the inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. You stand on a cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins into a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise. It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast toward the mainland, the wind of Southernly. Succeeded, gain terror, and fragments. And then this, 20 echoes. I'm not looking to do too much spending, though. So we'll continue to the canal. And then Gator's Morn, and loop back around. Little ships throng the waters. Here the crew grows wistful. Oh. Swap stories of the sunlit sea. We draw near to Kuman. Alright, if he's gonna take off, Oh. The turn. Now the fog bank isn't going to help us. But we may be able to one-shot. Very nice. It's a friendly, I believe. Dissect it, 100%. Let's take it. Get our pages. Yeah, so there's probably just be bad things if I were to attack the blue guy. Beatrice, the tramp steamer. Get our gather information. And let's listen for the surface opposite and get the moves in the great game. And then we're not going to be traveling to the surface. We don't need it at this time, so we won't be purchasing anything. Guess that will do a little bit of discovery in going direct. Another friendly, it looks like, with the blue. Well, this looks different, like a torpedo boat or something. Never mind. Just the angle. Yeah, there was some ship or something we were trying to avoid last time we were in here. Oh. Oh, well, if we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight. Try to get past, we'll probably take one hit in the process. Oh, nice. Oh. Yeah, if he's stuck on the buoy, that's our advantage. One more. Loot and scuttle. Supplies and fuel. And then more prisoners' honey. Yeah, we'll take this route. Entered the fog bank. That's not a big story. Yeah, they're not really all that worth it, considering the risk you're taking versus the small ships that go down in a couple shots. Very good. Gather intelligence. Ooh. It's very tough. Introduce Blemingtons to the Morn. If I had any. 51% chance of doing a rest. That's pretty bad. And let us just explore the Morn. You come across a crew of Shelanat hunters exchanging heated insults with a Khanate privateer. It looks likely to end in blood. You can side with the Khanians. They may be foreign, but at least they're halfway sophisticated. 76% chance. Or we can side with the Shalonians. 100% chance. They may be uncouth, but at least they're brave. Or raise your own flag and just kill everybody. Yeah, let's take the 100%. With battle screams and razor-tipped harpoons and your help, the Shalonians rout the Khanate privateers. The swaggering huntress who leads them claps you on the back. Well fought for a Londoner. Come to the Carrion Sea sometime. We'll roast a sea serpent for you. She drops a saw-edged bone token to your hand and blows you a kiss. Succeeded, and we got the whalebone token. Cool. And then we have get wrecked. What do I need? I need veils to pull it off. Oh, I can sell the honey to make room and get monies. So 26. I should keep an eye on that. Try to remember 26. You know, in fact, I'm going to write it down on a notepad here. 26 for honey. And we'll see if we can get a better price in London. Otherwise, head up this way. Looks like I may have tried to go north before. Maybe I ran into a ship or something based on my map. Yeah, it looks like I just went up and then turned around. Just empty Z. Oh, there's a dock. Shepherd's Wash, the salty hinterland of London, home to hermits, nuns, and shadowy. Oh, Shepherd's Wash. Looks like Station 3. I don't know where Shepherd's Wash is. We may infer that Station 1 and Station 2. We may conjecture Station 4. Machinery hums behind the high steel walls. Up the hill, there are visible outlines of warehouses and a building with a spire, but the lamps are low where they burn at all, and your ship, the only one in harbor. You can use a telescope, might be the best to get a look from a distance, deliver a long box, which I don't have, whatever that is. Try the gate. The only way to get past the walls is an unimposing but sturdy-looking gate of triple-barred silvery metal. A sign beside reads, Deliveries. Unlocked with no more than one soothing copper long box. Let's use the telescope first. Church or something else. You stand on the high point of your ship and look to shore. There is a steep old building on the horizon, by far the largest thing in sight. No cross marks the top of it, nor any other symbol you recognize. You now have port report. Alright. Let's try the gate. The metal is steel hard and icy cold to the touch. Attempts with chisels and crowbars fail. Perhaps if you could bring the ship's guns to bear, but no. If you return with a certain delivery, the gate will be open. You'll know if you find it. Yeah, so we need these Sooth and Cooper long box. Yeah, so go boom to Abby. Crab. Looks like dinner to me. Oh, I might be able to get some fragments for that island there. Ranging. Wow. One shot. I think it's better to dissect at this point. And we got a secret for that, which let us spend immediately. 20 echoes for supplies. Nah. And then I have recent news, but I feel like I can gain items plus 10 echoes almost anywhere else I spend it. Shepherd salt. Yep. Do I have... Okay, those are discovered, it looks like. Port. The sigil, I can't afford him if I plan to do my other stuff. 7 fuel for our trip. I'm not going to get a better deal than 20. So if I want to... There might be something in here. So probably, 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can probably make it to Whittier with my current, and then I can buy there, I'm hoping. And we shall see. Hopefully it's not 30 over there. And technically, supplies might even come into play. Yeah, it seems a fight is a good idea if the ship's on the way, but if the ship is over there, I'd be wasting fuel. Uh-oh. You don't see me. Actually, doesn't have that much health. I don't know if I want to find out. Now, I know this is a pretty good terror reduction for the adventure on shore option. So let's visit the Unmakers. 5 terror and a fragment. That's a decent deal. And then you get 20 units. Let me make sure I do have 20. So let's do it. Let's put a deposit of 200 for 20. Unmakers are here to reduce the salt lines to rubble, 1 block at a time. Help them to work by carrying the rubble back to London. 20 Sphinx Stone. If the stones weep, an Unmaker advises you ignore them. Unless they flood your hold, of course, then you should probably drop them overboard. Don't tell anyone I said that. Alright, so I'm paying 200. Let's see what kind of return we get. Oh yeah, so we'll skim left. I probably should have gone that way. Another ship. Oh, who's on me? Is it the ship down here or something else entirely? Yeah, so unless something's hidden, looks like that's it. believe we get the free food. Wait, what? Smelling priest unlocks the door and says, storehouse says they have shark steaks and whatever, little crimson cakes flavored. You've lost 40 hunger. You now have menaces unaccountably peckish. You have the cannibal taint. What? That doesn't seem good. Shark steaks. That seems bad. I think I may have been tricked. So I guess maybe you can do it once and it doesn't have negative effects. And then the second time you get... So they were feeding me people! I don't know if there's a way to solve that. Oh, we didn't use our something waits you in port. Boreal reach. Is this snow? Touch it and it puffs into vapor. Your crew huddles close in the warmth of the pipe and funnel. Port, and then that's all we can do unless we have a searing enigma. Oh, so that's still all locked. Yeah, we're going to need to buy fuel at this next stop. They got 400. Yeah, that's a little beyond us. Shore leave, 100% success at 50 echoes that I don't have. An intriguing smell. Oh, this again. I could do this modest challenge. Or what's this one that's just like not a challenge? The prawns. Oh, you've lost 2 terror and gain a fragment. I'll try to remember that because maybe... Oh, no. It's not good. So we're just going to have to really hope for some good things to happen. The supplies aren't super high either. Oh, man. This is going to be a rough one. Should have bought fuel at that one place. Though we've got those stones, so if we make it back, hopefully we'll be making a lot of money. Maybe I just... Yeah, as long as he goes that way... Yeah, he shouldn't be able to catch me. Because I don't want to deviate at all if possible. Okay, this will be our last fuel. Desperate measures. Without fuel, you're fucked. So I think we should just make it in. Yeah, we got plenty of fuel to spare. And we could probably even have enough supplies to get to London. So I'll buy 1 supply if they have it. Ouch. Let's gather our gossip, and then explore and hope to make some money. This is the chapel again. Another modest challenge. Make an offering with half familiar rites. Place a candle at each corner of the altar. I don't know. Let's try the leave object. Does it just do nothing? Or we've lost 2 terror though. That's good. This all costs money. I can't do that right now. I could sell a supply for fuel. Let's do it. Risky business here. Yeah, so we'll get probably to here. Fuel. So I'd say there's no fuel or anything to head at Hunter's Keep, so we're just going to have to take the shorter route. And there's no money to buy anything. Yeah, supplies. Oof. Oh, actually the bats would keep us healthy. If we eat them. Especially if we can do it. Ah, they're going to fly off though. Yeah, so if we can make it most of the way there, you know what? We're making it on the second one. You know what? I'm going to go for it. Just to get that extra port report. Because I think the sisters do provide you a meal. So it's not a complete waste. We'll get our port report to make it worthwhile, and then we'll do Phoebe. Phoebe has a story to tell of 2 lovers parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room, to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The undersea shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on the black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips between the islands. Vast spined things pulse in the depths. There's a scent like the scent before a storm. The storm came, says Phoebe quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there you finish the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits. Yes, we lost hunger and we gained a supply. Very good. Lost terror. Get to the scissors. Something has changed. Alright, so that's actually a very good result. Oh, news. I'm going to get news in London, so I might as well spend the news on them. Nakaway, you asked the sulfuride maid to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured, and you're invited to lunch. It says a tiny breeze your hair and dies. Okay, so that would just be they give you food. Oh, and it resets. Interesting. Very interesting. That's okay. Fuel's our problem, not supplies. And we need to get back. Desperate measures again. An offer of assistance. Ahoy, Captain. We will not be needing any assistance. As we have returned. Oh, here's this guy. Let's click messages from the harbor master first. Oh, more stuff's happened. All the clatter and song of the docksides, it soothes the soul. Let's see, something has changed. The arming scholars invited you to call on them. Someone wants to sign on. Cool. You now have another day, a free evening. Let's head to this. Actually, the first thing we should do... Where's just straight up London? Delivered the Sphinx Stone. Special Constable's black uniforms, distinctive caps, the badge of the Ministry of Public Decency. Wait with a cart. Sign, sign, sign. Here's a receipt. Here, a discretion contract. Here's a penalty contract. Your vision is blurred by the end of it all. The cart rumbles off into the coiling fog. Here's your reward, 500 echo. Which I had 4, basically. No longer have it. You've lost your terror and delivered some Sphinx Stone. Very nice. Let's have this guy. He looks like a bad guy. A very fine evening to you, Captain. What you might call my mentor is very fond of adventurous Z captains and would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation on account of he is so fond of Z captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold. To do that, who is this patron? Is there a catch? Refuse, too big to be true. He's going to want something in return, clearly. But we might as well take it. We've accepted it. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's head, should that day come. We will make you very welcome and give you any safe conduct you might require. Good evening to you. 10 fuel, 5 supplies, accepted the proposal, and you now have 1 menace of suspicion. Uh-oh. This will increase as you conduct criminal activities or have contract with rough sorts. The higher your suspicion, the more fiercely the ice will search your ship. Yeah, so that's very nice. Oh, this guy needs to go to the Principalities Principles of Coral. Have to find that first. The Merchant Ventnor. An urchin tugs at your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits at the lamplight's edge. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than the market rates, and he won't ask how you came by these things. Your objective, the Ventnor's venture. Quality is now 1. Venture has a request. Speak to him further. To check your journal. Something savage. He needs hunting trophies or shittalak. Okay, so if I find those, give them to him. Visit to the tattoo parlor. You're a real sailor now, after all. You could go one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks, but the prices at Claremont's are reasonable, and his daughters are real artists. But what sign will you choose? This will increase your iron by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points of terror, which I don't have. And cure 25 points of terror. I should wait till I have terror. This will reduce terror to 0 only once. Yeah, so we'll skip this. Wait for a good opportunity. Let's read those morning papers. Same stuff as usual. Oh, we're at 1 terror. Very nice. Unlocked a little present from the scholar. It smells pickled, chemical, salty. Once it might have been eel flesh, but the scholar assures you that it has vital and nutritious virtues. Save it for an emergency, perhaps. 2 supplies. Very nice. Memory of distant shores. Favor increasing. That's all I have for him. I don't have the Rose Market items, I don't believe. I can... A new day. I don't need that at this moment. I can cruise. Hire mark. No, that's not needed. New recruit. Oh, I have 3. Unlocked with another day, new recruit. I have 3 of those. It wouldn't let me use them before for some reason. Oh well. Well, as I lose people, as I inevitably will, I can do that. Actually, let's just do the cruise and see 80% chance of something happening. A marvelous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and a warmth of pub fire, and something more. You were fortunate. Lost terror, echoes, and have recent news. Oh, trouble and romance. Someone whose name you don't recall afterwards. Yeah, I'm not looking to start some sort of romance class. A relaxing evening. Very good. Dry dock, I think we can skip that again. We'll head to submit the port reports. Speak of moves in the great game. For 30 echoes in more favor. And let's do our port reports, which... Actually, how much space do I have in the hold? I could run into trouble there. Oop. Oh, Station 3. This is my colleague, Mr. Villain, of the Ministry of Public Decency. Mr. Villain, this good captain's report is here. If you would care to... Yes, the fire is already lit. Let us... There we go. Now only ashes remain, and it might have caused such a lot of trouble. Thank you, Captain. We appreciate your discretion. Here's your payment. You need not trouble yourself further in this affair. Oh, 100 echoes? And very interesting. Chapel. Oh, you have a new accomplishment. Survey the chapel. I did that before, I thought. Check that hold. Oh, that's it. Asked to speak to him. Assistance. Submit vital. Submit the port reports. Anything specific? Visit a port. Maybe he already has me looking for a specific port. I just don't realize it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Where do I find this? Where's Admiralty Objective? Okay. Find your father's Admiralty Commission. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron Misery Company funging station. Okay. That makes sense now. So I have a shit ton of money now. And I might have stuff I can even sell on top of it. It's worth 20. It's worth 26 out there. I'll probably go that way, so I might just take the extra 6. And in fact... Do I have better deck weapons? This is a 15-15 deck weapon. There's a 12-12. These forward weapons look good. Wait, 30... Oh, it's forward weapon. I have a deck weapon. Forward, aft. So this one, 18-18 deck weapon. 15-15. Okay, so I could get this for a lot, but if I save up, I can get for 900. That's not that much more. So I could probably get this the next run. So I'll hold off. We've got tons of fuel. Could use probably some supplies to match that. And let's see if we have anything to do in the lodgings. No. Our father's bones, nothing. We need the sacks of coffee beans before we can accomplish anything. And, oh, the shipyard. We could start to look here. So, steam launch. Possibly there's a reason you might want to set to the Z in a boat the size of a dining room table. Possibly. There's probably some mission where you have to get into a small area. Okay, that's what I've got. I can just lose money for nothing. A cutter. For 2,000 and get this cutter. Okay, so it's got the forward weapon options, etc. Less iron bonus, I guess? Or quarters is 5. Is that an advantage? Quarters 10. I'm not sure. Hold capacity of 30. So I'd have less hold capacity. So this is a fighting ship. Oh, Corvette. This looks nice. Does it also have a forward weapon? Deck forward auxiliary bridge, deck forward auxiliary bridge engine. So it has the same stuff. Oh, only 50 hull. 200 hull. 75 hull. This is, ugh. Cramped and frigate, but remarkably nippy. Oh, it must be fast. Where's the engine? I don't know. But it must be fast. I guess. Small, swift, and formidable. Or wait a second. Okay, so the picture above makes sense. So the Corvette. Then now we're getting to big stuff. So this would be 3,000 total, if I could get it. Alright, other than that, oh man, so many things over here. We'll be headed to something that involves Gator's Morn. Do we have any missions down here? We have a funging station of unknown origin. What's this? That's the college. Yeah, so I think we have to probably think about expanding outward. I think we might be running into some big trouble if we go this far out. So maybe something we'll do a southward trip, and then see whatever our first place to run to here is, and then see if we can start to survive heading back north. Maybe jump back in. But yeah, we actually have a big loop we can do. We might just want to stock up on fuel. So I'm going to do that very quickly. How much fuel can I fit? I'll leave 2 spaces there. And we'll do that in the next episode. So catch y'all then.